let the good times roll.
The next Mafia game is coming soon. A couple months ago, on August 29, 2022, a new Mafia game was officially confirmed to be in development by Hangar 13 Games and their publisher 2K Games. They dropped the news nonchalantly in an article titled Mafia 20th Anniversary Developer Interview. The article can be found on mafiagame.com. If you scroll all the way to the bottom of the article, the interview asks Roman Haldick, a Mafia Trilogy developer, the following question. Lastly, can you tell us anything about what's next for the Mafia franchise? And Roman Haldick replied, I'm happy to confirm we've started to work on an all-new Mafia project. While it's a few years away, we can't share anything more right now. We're really excited to keep working on this beloved franchise and to entertain our players with new stories. A Hangar 13 developer officially confirmed that they are indeed working on a new Mafia game, and 2K Games even tweeted the news on Twitter by saying work has started on an all-new Mafia project, with a link to the article. Now, if you've been following me for the past 2 months, this is nothing new, this is old news. In this video, I will discuss some new findings about the next Mafia game not found anywhere else, and I will also discuss the rumors of the next Mafia game, and I will discuss when the next Mafia game will release according to Take-Two Interactive Software. Most people seem to believe that Hangar 13 is only working on the next Mafia game, but that's not true. Hangar 13 Games has 4 studios, 2 in the Czech Republic, 1 in Brno, 1 in Prague, and 1 in Brighton, United Kingdom, and 1 in Novato, California. Not all Hangar 13 employees are working on the next Mafia game. If you go to hangar13games.com, job listings, and click on Senior Graphics / Rendering Engineer, it says, you will work with proprietary Hangar 13 game engine and also Unreal Engine 5 and build new technology in order to fulfill the project's technical requirements. It says you will work with proprietary Hangar 13 game engine, aka Mafia 3 / Mafia Definitive Edition's engine, and Unreal Engine 5. If you read the job description for the build system administrator, it says you will maintain both proprietary build tech stack and Unreal Engine build system. Hangar 13 Games is currently working on multiple games at this moment. They are working on the next Mafia game and something else. Whatever they are working on will be released on PC, Xbox Series X, and PS5, according to the senior producer's job listing. Now, since Hangar 13 is working on multiple games, my theory is that they are working on the next Mafia game and they're working on a next-gen port of the trilogy. Just think about that for a moment. To get people hyped up for Mafia Definitive Edition, Hangar 13 released Mafia 2 Definitive Edition and Mafia 3 Definitive Edition. Mafia 2 Definitive Edition is still garbage to this day. It's horrible remastered, made by D3T Limited, and it's still full of bugs, glitches. And Mafia 3 Definitive Edition is literally a scam. It's just Mafia 3 with all DLCs and a new Bloom option, that's it. Mafia Definitive Edition and Mafia 2 Definitive Edition and Mafia 3 Definitive Edition were only released for PC, PS4, and Xbox One. On PS4 and Xbox One, all 3 games are 30 frames per second and they don't have real 4K. My first theory is that Hangar 13 will release Mafia Definitive Edition, Mafia 2 Definitive Edition, and Mafia 3 Definitive Edition on next-gen consoles such as the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X to build up hype for the next Mafia game. On next-gen consoles, the games will be at 60 FPS and real 4K. They will essentially do the same thing they did for the Mafia remake, but for next-gen consoles. My second theory is Hangar 13 is working on the next Mafia game and they're working on a Mafia 2 remake. Mafia 2 Definitive Edition is a remaster, it's not a remake. Remakes are games that are built from the ground up, like Mafia Definitive Edition. The reason I think they're working on a Mafia 2 remake is because number 1, Mafia 2 is the fan favorite. Number 2, 2K Games randomly tweeted the word veto on September 1st, 2022. And number 3, Rick Pasqualone, the voice actor for Vito Scaletta, liked this tweet on Twitter. Someone asked him if he was coming back and he liked the tweet. Again, this could mean absolutely nothing. This is just a theory. My third theory, which is the most likely outcome and is backed by Kotaku Hangar 13 insider sources, is Hangar 13 Games is working on the next Mafia game and they're working on a new top spin tennis game. According to a Kotaku article from May 26, 2022, Hangar 13 developers have joined Project Hammer, which Kotaku understands to be a return of the beloved Top Spin Tennis series, and expected to launch before the new Mafia game. The new Hangar 13 president, Nick Baines, said during a meeting with employees that the plan is for Hangar 13 to focus almost exclusively on both of those franchises moving forward. Now, this is from Kotaku themselves, who have proved time and time again to be reliable sources when it comes to the Mafia games. When it comes to anything else, they might not be reliable, but when it comes to Hangar 13 games and anything Mafia related, Kotaku has always been correct, since they have Hangar 13 insiders leaking the information. Kotaku leaked the news of Hayden Blackman, the president of Hangar 13 Games, leaving the company weeks before the official announcement. According to the Kotaku article from May 5, 2022, Hayden Blackman is leaving the company. 2K Games wrote about Hayden's departure in an internal email that was sent to Hangar 13 employees. And in the same Kotaku article, it says, replacing Blackman is Nick Baines, currently studio head at Hangar 13's Brighton, United Kingdom office, which Kotaku understands to be leading development on a new Mafia game. While the project is still early in development, its codename is Nero, and it's expected to be a prequel to the Mafia trilogy. The plan is to make it in Unreal Engine 5 instead of the Mafia 3 engine that was recently used for the remake. Now, this article is from May 5th, 2022, and the rumors of Hayden Blackman leaving turned out to be true. And according to this other Kotaku article from May 26, 2022, it says, as Kotaku reported earlier this month, the Brighton, United Kingdom office is currently leading early production on a new Mafia prequel that will be built in Unreal Engine 5. The game is currently planned to take place in Italy, but Take-Two has also been treating Hangar 13 like an in-source studio, using it to assist with development on its other published games like Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, Kerbal Space Program 2, and Marvel's Midnight Suns. As developers have finished their tasks on some of those projects, some have been shifted onto the Mafia prequel. Others have joined Project Hammer, which Kotaku understands to be a return of the beloved Top Spin Tennis series, and is expected to launch before the new Mafia game. Nick Baines, the new president of Hangar 13 Games, said during a meeting with Hangar 13 employees that the plan is for Hangar 13 to focus almost exclusively on both of those franchises moving forward. Now, this article is the one that mentioned that the Mafia prequel is taking place in Italy. Most people seem to think that the Mafia game will take place in Sicily, but this article doesn't give any city names, it just says Italy. It's very likely that the city used for the next Mafia game will be fictional, just like Lost Heaven, Empire Bay, and New Bordeaux. Mafia 4 might not even be called Mafia 4, because it's a prequel and not a sequel to Mafia 3. The next Mafia game could be called Mafia Origins for all we know. However, Red Dead Redemption 2 is a prequel to Red Dead Redemption 1, so anything is possible. In my opinion, Hangar 13 should call the next Mafia game Mafia 4 to help sell more copies. Mafia 4 sounds so much cooler than Mafia Origins or any other name that they come up with. So when will the next Mafia game release? Well, according to the Mafia 20th anniversary article from this September, Roman Haldick said, I'm happy to confirm we've started to work on an all-new Mafia project. While it's a few years away, we can't share anything more right now. Notice how he said it's a few years away, so yeah, it definitely isn't releasing in 2023. The next Mafia game will most likely release in 2024 or 2025, but before that, a new Top Spin Tennis game will release. Take-Two Interactive used this image for their May 2022 earnings report. According to this chart by Take-Two, they plan to release 69 games from 2023 to 2025. Yes, you heard that correctly, 69 games will release from 2023 to 2025 according to Take-Two Interactive Software. My guess is we see a trailer for the next Mafia game in 2023 and the game will release a year later in 2024. They usually leave 1 year for hype just like they did for Mafia 3, and this falls in line with Take-Two's release schedule. The worst case scenario is that we see a trailer for the next Mafia game in 2024 and the game releases a year later in 2025. Nevertheless, a new Mafia game is coming, boys. The hype train has begun. And to stay informed with the latest Mafia news and leaks, be sure to subscribe to this channel and join the biggest online Mafia game community only at mafiadiscord.com. Link to the Discord is in the description below. And let me know down in the comments when you believe the next Mafia game will release. When do you think it's going to come out? And make sure to comment what you want to see in the next Mafia game. What gameplay features do you want to see in the Mafia game that weren't included in the other Mafia games? And as always, thank you for watching.
Late heart seemed dark, silvery moon is shining through the trees. Cast to me you, sound of kisses floating on the breeze. Act 1,